Hello, Spinner94 here, bringing you in the Pokemon battle. This is against a fellow poketuber, SG1, or Shiny Groudon 1, and he's rocking a pretty intimidating team. He challenged me to a mixed OU battle, and I bought my OUist team, and I must admit, he did bring an interesting mix of Pokemon. I do quite like that. When I hear mixed OU, I think, okay, it's going to be all OU except the one Pokemon, which is pretty much my team. So, yeah, basically, I bought this team. As I say, it's quite powerful. He's rocking quite a good team as well, definitely a powerful one. So, we're going to jump straight into this battle, and he's going to lead off with his Landorus, and I'm going to lead off with my Playboy. Playboy's pretty safe lead. I did predict the Landorus lead off because I thought, okay, he's obviously going to intimidate whatever wants to come in, but the thing is, I just want the safe Mega Evolution because I'm going to Mega Evolve into basically a Mega Playboy here, and I'm just going to slap this thing in the face with a Fake Out, making it, taking a little bit of a chip damage, and I can kind of see what set this is. And judging on that damage, even after the Intimidate, I'm thinking, okay, this is probably a fully offensive set, speed, max attack, etc. So I'm going to switch into my Toxic, expecting an Earthquake or something like that, but of course it goes for the U-turn, which is of course the better play. As the switch was pretty fair, pretty obvious, but as I didn't want to take any risks in that part of the game. I don't believe in taking risks right at the beginning of the match unless you're feeling really confident. So it goes into his Jet here, which is his Latios here. So not particularly wanting to hang around for that. I don't like the idea of being hit by a Psychic. A Psych Shock I could deal with because I'm a Weezing and I'm defensive as out, but don't really fancy dealing with that. So I'm going to switch into my Pretty Boy here. And this thing is going to Mega Evolve into Mega Latios, and I can never tell Mega Latios and Latios apart, you know what I mean? Like, the Megas to me look exactly the same. I mean, if there's anything that's different about them, pointing down the description below, but I honestly can't tell. So, anyway, I'm going to get a special defense drop here. So, Pretty Boy is, not enjoying this too much. So, I thought he would withdraw, so obviously I'm wanting to set up the Wish here. And he goes into his Emboar, which is an interesting choice, because I could have Hyper Voiced and got a good chunk of damage on this thing, but it is firefighting, so it would have been neutral. So, setting up the Wish here, and of course, I am a Sylveon, so I am pretty bulky, but obviously I take special hits a lot better than physical hits. So, I do make a hell of a predict here. I switch out. I knew he would go for some kind of physical move. So, I'm switching straight into my Nelly here, and he goes for the Wild Charge of all things, and that's not going to affect the ground type at all, so that was a pretty good switch on my part. So, me expecting him to switch back into his Latios here, I do get hit with the Hammer Arm. It does a good chunk of damage. Good job. I'm maxed. If I was a defense set, I would have took that beautifully. So I hit this thing with a Player Rough and it doesn't do much because I was expecting to switch into Latios and I was wanting to kill that thing off. But now he's going to Quick Claw me and he goes for the Head Smash, probably expecting me to switch here. But I'm not going anywhere. I am quite happy with this matchup, and he takes a load of recoil damage and I go straight for the EQ knowing he's not going to switch on this part. So that's that Emboar down, thank God for that, because that Emboar is not a Pokemon to be underestimated. These things can hit like a truck, especially banded. So he brings in his Flygon here, and I don't think he knew I was the offensive set because I'm going to go straight for the Ice Shot. Boom! But I nearly take this thing out. I do a huge chunk of it, and of course he's going to go for the Earthquake, and that is definitely going to take me out. So Nelly's done his job here. As I say, there wasn't any Stealth Rocks or anything I had to fear, and it reveals the Life Orb set, so that's pretty cool. So at least not banded, not scarfed. So I go to Toxic here, and I make a stupid misplay here. He goes for the Stone Edge, and I miss, and I go for the Will-O-Wisp, and he avoids that. I should have went straight for the Flamethrower. The Flamethrower would have been enough to probably kill this thing. So he goes for the Stone Edge again, and Weezing's going to take that like a boss. Absolutely nothing to Weezing there. He loses some HP and goes for the Flamethrower here. I was hoping he'd go for the Earthquake. I know a lot of people reckon, Weezing has Levitate, even though it's clearly hanging up in the air, but like, a lot of Pokemon fly in the air and they'll get Levitate and stuff like that. It's kind of weird. So anyway, he's going to go back into Jet, and I'm just going to obviously switch out, because I don't want to take Psychics. Weezing is the only thing. Weezing doesn't like any kind of Psychic moves or anything like that. So Pretty Boy comes in here, and the Psychic is of course going to be incoming, and I take that. Not as well as I'd like to. I forget how strong this thing is, and it's a Mega Evolution. So he just withdraw the Jet here, and I believe I go for the Wish here, I believe. So he goes into his Clawitzer, and I go for the Wish. So I was wondering why on earth he would go into this Clawitzer. I mean, I know I'm expecting some kind of pulse moves, but I'm honestly bulky enough to live that. So I was half expecting Choice Specs, and I think he expected me to switch here, because maybe these things can carry Flash Cannon or something, but this play matters so much. Go for the Hyper Voice, I get the critical hit. If it wasn't for that crit, that thing wouldn't have went down. So that's just Pokemon for you. And of course I got the Wish up and the Lefty's recovery. I am looking good here. Pretty Boy is back to full. So yeah, that combo worked really well. And he brings in a Shiftry here, trying to scare me out with the possibility of a Poison Jab, but I'm full health, I can take a Poison Jab. So he goes for the knockoff. That does a huge chunk of damage with that crit to a Pretty Boy, considering it's a resisted hit. And I'm just going to go for the boosted Hyper Voice again, because I've used Hyper Voice 2 times in a row now, so the power of it goes up. So there goes Shiftry. So Sylveon's rocking a pretty nice sweep here. And he goes into his Landorus here and gets the Intimidate on me, which Pretty Boy doesn't care about. Pretty Boy doesn't care about no Landorus. And he goes to the EQ here, and I wanted to just set up a Wish, but look at that damage. I can live on 3 health, and I'm able to set up the Wish. But unfortunately, I don't want to switch into anything. At this point, I'm wondering if it's banded or scarfed or anything like that. So I go for the protect a little bit of scouting, and he goes for the U-turn. So he's definitely protecting the switch out there, but I do go for the protect and get some healthy recovery. So at least I know it's not a let's say band or scarf, because he was able to switch his moves. So I'm not sure what item this was carrying. This could have been Assault Vest. So I go into Mango here, and Mango's pretty much gonna sweep up the game from there. So I do get outsped. Hits me, does quite a super effective damage, but the multi-scale keeps me intact as I'm able to go for a Dragon Claw and just completely wreck this thing. And of course, in this point I was thinking, should I switch or should I stay in? I'm so glad I decided to stay in against this jet, as I somehow managed to outspeed it and hit the thing with a Dragon Claw. So thank you for the game, Shiny Groudon. It was a good match. It's been a while since I've had an OU match. It was a good workout actually. I needed to think quite a bit in that match. Anyway, if you want, definitely check out this guy's channel. Check out his channel, see what you think. And of course, if you like this video, feel free to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Say 90 subscribers now. Thank you to all my new subscribers. And of course, I hope you all, as always, have a nice day.